The cities of Sodom and Gomorrah were once bustling places, rich in land and resources. Located in the fertile plains near the Dead Sea, they seemed like the perfect place to settle. In fact, when Abraham and Lot parted ways, Lot chose the valley of Sodom because it was green and flourishing. But underneath the surface, something dark was growing, a city drowning in sin. Genesis 13 verse 13, "But the men of Sodom were wicked and sinners before the Lord exceedingly." Their wickedness was so severe that the cry of injustice and evil reached heaven. God, who is slow to anger, took notice. He decided to come down and see for himself whether things were as bad as they seemed. In Genesis 18, God visited Abraham in the form of 3 men, and during their conversation, he revealed his plan to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. Abraham, a man of great compassion, began to intercede. "Will you destroy the righteous with the wicked?" he asked. Abraham pleaded with God, asking him to spare the cities if 50, then 45, then 30, 20, and finally just 10 righteous people could be found. God agreed. But even 10 righteous people could not be found in those cities. 2 angels were sent to Sodom that evening. Lot, Abraham's nephew, saw them at the gate and urged them to stay at his house. He knew the danger of the streets. Soon after they entered, the men of Sodom surrounded Lot's house, demanding that he hand over the visitors so they could abuse them. Genesis 19 verses 4-5, "The men of the city, both young and old, all the people from every quarter, and they called unto Lot, Bring them out to us that we may know them." This was not just about immorality, it was a complete breakdown of justice, compassion, and righteousness. The angels quickly revealed their divine identity. They struck the wicked men with blindness and warned Lot, "Gather your family and leave. The city is about to be destroyed." Lot tried to warn his sons-in-law, but they laughed at him. Time was running out. Genesis 19 verse 16, "And while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand, the Lord being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth, and set him without the city." With urgency, Lot, his wife, and 2 daughters fled. The angels gave one instruction: do not look back. It was not just a physical instruction, but a spiritual warning: leave behind the sin, don't turn your heart toward it again. Then it happened. Genesis 19 verses 24-25, "Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from the Lord out of heaven. And he overthrew those cities. In a moment, everything was gone: buildings, gardens, laughter, pride, corruption, all consumed by fire from heaven." The wrath of God came not because he is cruel, but because he is holy, and the people had rejected all mercy. As Lot and his family fled, one heart was still tied to the past. Genesis 19 verse 26, "But his wife looked back, and she became a pillar of salt. Her body stood frozen in the desert, a symbol of divided loyalty." She had been brought out of Sodom, but Sodom was still inside her heart. God's judgment was final.